Alpha plays only.
Matthew says LooksRare is an ATM printing money. It's actually an ATM. Before we get to LooksRare, we'll open it up with Beanie. So this past week, Beanie leaks of a bunch of Beanie scams surfaced the internet. I don't know where that Twitter came from, but they did their deep dive. Beanie Capital took a little L. He became an L Lord. We've been kind of seeing Beanie. We kind of noticed these trends with narcissism in this space. Not to virtue signal, but Beanie literally ruined his reputation. Is there any recovery for Beanie Deadstock? Is there any silver lining for the guy?
Recovery, yeah, I'm sure. People like that. It's not like he's a stupid person. He's just a very advantageous and based on a lot of the evidence, manipulative and malicious. It doesn't matter. But he's made his money. He knows what he was doing, and I'm sure he has a couple relationships. Reputation-wise, definitely like burnt. But I mean, for a lot of us that have been in the space, it's not anything that we didn't already know. It's just all the evidence that was being shown. He's clearly in a, battle mode because he wants to dispute a lot of the stuff that's going down. So I'm sure we haven't seen the end of this saga yet. Chapter 2 or 2 billion, whatever it is at this point, we'll see it unfold.
Yeah, I think he came from being a sleazy car salesman or something like that, or selling speakers, or I forget what he was selling, but some of this capital he raised in his, I guess his name is Charles Moscow. It's already been doxed, so this is NFT Guru, so we talk about the latest and greatest news. Charles, aka Beanie, raised a lot of money. Someone said to me, if you raised all that money and invested into Pixel Vault, in essence, you kind of funded Pixel Vault with blood money, no? Metamori, what do you think? Did he fund Pixel Vault, the Punk's comic, and Meta Heroes with scam money? I know they're trying to buy him out. What's your take on this, Meta?
Well, personally, I don't want to paint with broad strokes, so I'm definitely not going to go down the road of guilt by association. So whatever he's chosen to do and the poor choices he has made, I'm not going to paint G-Funk or Chris Wall or any of the people that I know are working very hard to prevent fallout like this affecting their projects. And that's not the only project that he's stepping away from. One comical thing that happened was with GM Capital, they tweeted that they were going to have a new marketing manager, King Jesse, which is go
ahead. Yeah, no, do it.
Which is, I don't know the full story. All I know is King Jesse's PFP on Twitter is a Bored Ape that's owned by Beanie. So that was comical. That, like, no matter what the truth of that
you
situation
can't get away.
is, it's fucking funny.
It is the funniest thing.
Now, I guess I definitely think that anyone, regardless of what they're accused of, deserves to have the chance to speak on what they're accused of. I haven't had the chance or the time to see what his response has or has not been. I'm not aware of a full response other than him claiming that it's not true. It does seem to be a very deep dive, and I would be pretty shocked if somebody put together something that detailed that isn't at least based on some truth. I personally, I agree with what Deadstock said. Like, he's Beanie or Charles, whatever we want to call him, obviously is not a dumb person, regardless of whatever his morals may be. He saw value in the space and participated in some very so far successful projects, as well as some that were painfully not so. And I think we can all relate to that. So one thing I think to take from this is, just because someone's successful in this space doesn't mean that they have a accurate moral compass, and don't make personal judgments of people based on necessarily the financial decisions they make or the financial situation that they're in. I do really hope that the projects that have been tied to him heavily are able to make a clean break, because that reputational, misstep, or whatever, self-sabotage, whatever we want to call it, that he did, he shot himself in the foot real bad, and it's going to be very difficult to recover from that. But at the same time, I mean, it kind of feels like every couple of weeks, every few weeks, there's something we find out about one of the influencers, these 100K plus follower influencers that are just moving in ways that we couldn't imagine. And there just seems to be some of them, just like any group of people that are from a diverse background from all over the world, there's some bad apples. And it seems that he does fall in that category, even if it's a gray area. But yeah, I've never really been a big fan of the way that the negative ways that he's interacted with people. I've had a couple of good conversations with him, like one combo in Spaces very briefly. I guess I was more chatting with G-Funk. But me personally, I've not been negatively impacted by him, but I have known a lot of people that have said otherwise. So I just hope that we're able to, as a community, because of blockchain and the being able to work together and stuff like this, that we can avoid stuff like this in the future. Hopefully we'll see the
I find it funny. Sorry about the scuff stream. Great points, Desktop. Great points, Metamori. You're playing devil's advocate here. Hopefully this guy could be redeemed, Charles. But I find it funny how the Twitter that exposed them was called NFT Ethics. Very, very funny name. Who are they going to go after next? It seems like NFT Ethics might be the fucking FBI of NFTs. They seem to dig dirt. I think his partner, Beanie's partner, that had a fallout with him, was able to give all these screenshots. I don't think they did it all themselves, but in the first thread, it says, "In thread, we will disclose the identity of one of the most current, most infamous NFT influencers. But before we do that, we first explain our philosophical justifications." Man, gotta play two sides on that for sure. You guys think Beanie is the most famous NFT influencer in the space?
Gotta be a close race between him, Art Chick, and Cole, right? Like they're fighting for it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm just talking in terms of reputation. I don't know any of them on a personal level, so this is not a personal attack. I'm just talking rep.
Yeah. We need better examples in this game. We do need better examples. Matthew, you might be a good example. Keep on doing what you're doing. I know Chuck Rhodes, you're a good example. We just need good examples. I saw January 6th, Beanie on his tweet says he's going to buy Pudgy Penguins. There's always just frothy wash trading in this space. It's sad. Gary Vee literally on full send. Shout out to Nelk. I still don't know what a Nelk is, but he said that people are losing their reputations left and right. And now we're talking about it. Desktop, is this a good opportunity for people to rise up as an influencer in the space? I don't even like saying that, but.
I mean, it depends what people's goals are. I mean, clearly during a bull run, a rising tide lifts all ships, and it's easy to do whatever it is to get in front, whether it's a Twitter influencer or YouTube or all of this stuff, especially in the space that really kind of moves at the speed of light compared to real time. So yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot of these people keep popping up. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens once kind of the bear market hits. A lot of catalysts have happened that have allowed this bull run to extend. It's been going on when March hits. It'll be 2 years that this bull run has been going on. Obviously, the NFT bull run started last year, so it's been a full year that's been going on. So it'll be interesting to find out what's going on. But people are looking for leadership. They're clearly looking for information. They're looking for trends. And so they're going to go and follow a lot of people. And unfortunately, some of those people are going to get burned pretty hard. But, like we mentioned before, whether it is younger individuals like Cole or, people like Beanie, who obviously is like double Cole's age or whatever, it's people are out there to take advantage and be opportunistic, and they're going to do what they can do. And Archick, obviously being able to stay anonymous, has been Archick's main strength, because if Archick wasn't anonymous, I don't think she would be able to get away with a lot of the stuff they've been
I
doing.
mean, I
either,
think
so.
Art Chick and Beanie, that's Art Chick is Beanie's wife, or vice
And
versa.
I was literally joking with Maury. What was it, like a week or two ago? I said our chick is the wife of. There's going to be like a sitcom called the Ruggers, and it's going to be our chick and Beanie as the parents, Cole as the kid, and we'll just throw in a couple other characters in
Yeah,
there.
T-Moss is the uncle, and then you're good.
I'm chill with T-Moss, but that is he definitely could pop in and just flood a couple things just for fun.
Yeah. And then immediately after we saw the debacle on Twitter, Metamori, I want to give this to you. We had something called Charles DAO that used Beanie's real name. They took the photos that were leaked. He was smoking a doobie. He was on his 420 gang, and they made a actual NFT out of his face. Did you get into that, Metamori? Are you bullish on Charles DAO?
I definitely did not get any Charles Dow. I didn't get any Irene Dow. I didn't get any Ella Dow or any of the other, and no hate or disrespect to any of the legitimate DAOs that are put out by
those are not DAOs.
that
we know those are not DAOs. Those are cash grabs. Those are nice community think tanks.
We're in the DAO arc of the meta thing. Everything's a DAO all of a sudden. So I'll wait. I'll be happy when that's over with.
Yeah. I think so. There's not very many people that even really fully understand what a DAO actually is, and so they're just people see volume somewhere, and they're just like moths to the flame.
Nobody knows what it even stands for. It's like the simplest concept too. It's like it's a decentralized autonomous organization. It just makes it so that centralized power can't be held. We can run it together as a community, but everybody's just turning everything into a DAO and slapping some pictures on there. Let me tell you how many successful DAOs launched over the past couple of days. All the models that are on Twitter that are into crypto, they've been taking their pictures, slapping them onto NFTs, and now calling whatever their name is, Stephanie DAO, Miranda DAO. Like, that's all they're doing at this point. There's no value into it, and it's funny because even people with money get caught up into it. We saw that Logan Paul bought those Irene DAOs, like 20 of them. He bought 20 of them at like 4.5, 5 ETH, and they immediately dropped down to like 1.5 ETH the next day. So they were like,
Yeah, he's the same guy that's buying that $3.5 million scam Pokemon card box, and not looking good for Log.
Well, yeah, I did read into that because my cousin likes all the Pokemon stuff. So I told him I'd figure out what happened with it, and it looks like the guy that sold it to him bought it from somebody else who got it verified. And the guy that sold it to him is like a credible dude. Like, he's a legit guy. So it wasn't his fault, and clearly it's not Logan's fault. But now they're like going after the people that the dude bought it from, and they're like, yeah, because you guys said these certified, you guys shown us. So there's like this whole fraud thing going down. So that story's not even over yet either. But he got his money back, and now the guy who sold it to him is about to get his money back.
Good stuff. I wanted to shout out a person in the chat, Potatomus. One of the greatest mods over there at Pixel Vault.
Oh my god.
Potatomus in the building.
Love that dude.
He says, what up? Potatomus be holding this shit down. We got love for you, bro. Vegas, we're going straight up filthy in Vegas. But we're talking about Beanie. Potatomus, you're the man. But yeah, Beanie definitely could be redeemed. He looks exactly how he sounds. And I'm hoping he might be doing the whole Cole thing, taking a whole month break for mental health. Not to shit on mental health, but taking a break is good, and it's maybe what Beanie needs right now. Maybe he comes back and he gets fully redeemed, has his own DAO. But we over in the sense that here in the dojo, we're not going to clown on you too much. Definitely scam people, but people are redeemable, right, Metamori?
Well, definitely. I think everybody's had a time in their life that they did or said things they weren't proud of. I'm generally cautiously optimistic about the nature of other people, and I do hope that anyone in this space that has made poor decisions that cost others money or time, that they would realize that the real way forward is for us to all work together, and that the power of decentralization is that we're able to collaborate and push towards a better future with communal power instead of a centralized entity deciding the direction that we should go.
For sure.
Alpha plays only.